a tubing at home. You've seen me use this before. If you guys are new, thanks for joining in. I appreciate you coming on in. We're live over on HAP, so please leave a comment and say hi. Let me know that you are here or that you're watching the replay. Give me a hashtag replay. And if you're on another platform, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you can leave comments now or even after the broadcast is over, and I will definitely get back with you if you have questions, want to see an exercise for a certain muscle group, then that would be fine. I know, hopefully you can see me pretty well. I know the lighting's not that great, but I don't want to be in the sun, so I am in the shade for now. And then I'm going to be using, so if you have a pool, this is cool to do. I'm going to be using the railing at the pool to just wrap the tubing around. So you could find something else if you had a gate or just anything where you can go ahead and put that tubing. Let me give you a visual here. So your tubing, and then you're going to take it around and put it around the rail or the fence or whatever it is that you're going to use to keep the tube stable. And then from this point, we can do a lot of exercises. So I'm going to start with just upper body with chest. So in the lunge stance, and then I'm going to push forward. Palms are facing down. I'll face you a little bit more here. And then notice my wrists are staying straight and strong. And I'm just resisting instead of letting the band kind of pull me back. I'm resisting as I bring the arms back. So that's one thing I see people do is kind of, let the band take over and pull them back. So make sure that you are, pushing out for a couple counts and then coming back for a couple counts so that you're doing this in control. And breathe. Go. Yeah, so I'm a fitness trainer, group personal trainer, online trainer, Zoom trainer, and I also teach a certified personal trainer course. So I love to, help encourage people, of course, to exercise. I love to teach other trainers and help them learn to all of the skills that they need to go out and start training people on their own. So that's a lot of fun. Okay, a couple more. This red band's feeling kind of tight already. Okay, and wrist. So I've got the yellow band, the green band, and then the red band. The yellow band is the one I was using yesterday if you saw me doing some of the rotator cuff exercises. And the wrist, okay, the forearm. So go back and watch the video yesterday if you need some help. Maybe you've had a rotator cuff injury or something like that. So that is helpful. So let's keep going. I'm just going to keep moving. And please feel free to say hi. Let me know you're here. That's the only way I know that you are. I know I've got some viewers, so if you guys want to leave a comment or say hello, let me know where you're coming in from. Here in Texas, and it's going to be getting hot, so that's why I'm out here early. I had a little break and was able to get out here early before it gets too hot. So now I'm doing a back row. I'm just standing with the knees slightly bent, palms are facing in, pull and squeeze in the shoulder blades, keeping the abs tight. And tubing is a really good alternative when you want to get some resistance. It's a good change from doing too much, just heavy weightlifting or whatever. And tubing is always great for rehab and for prehab, preventing injuries. So it's good to do some tubing exercises, especially the one I'm going to show you next. It's really good. All right, let's get a few more. So I'm just going to go through all the upper body exercises. basic for all the upper body. Now next what I'm going to do is a standing lateral raise. So I'm going to use the lighter band just because I'm still working on a little bit of the other day I felt kind of a irritation in the rotator cuff, so I want to make sure that's stable. Hey Joe, what's going on? Hey James. Oh, you bought some bands. Okay, yay, Joe. Thanks so much for adding that comment, and welcome, James. Thanks for being here. Glad to see you guys. I hope you can see me okay. I know that the lighting's not that great, but, and another thing to check, guys, this band was starting to tear, especially these really thin bands that are, so I tied a knot in it so that it's hopefully not going to snap on me, but I wouldn't let a client use this, okay? So I just noticed it, and I shouldn't be using it too much, but I'll use it right now, and then I might just throw it away, okay? So, the last thing you want to do is for the band to pop on you if it were to break. So you can see now, I'm just bringing the band out to the side. I'm standing kind of a staggered position. I have one foot on the band. When you use one foot on the band and put the other foot back, it can help somebody keep their back more in a neutral alignment. Sometimes if we're like this, we might tend to go like that because of the resistance. So taking one foot back, palms are down. Always making sure to keep the head in alignment. Let me know how you guys are doing today. It's going to be a hot one here in North Texas, so I had a break and I'm out at the pool for a few minutes, getting a little outdoor workout in, showing you how you can use the handrail on the pool or a gate or something like that outside, or a playground. You've probably seen me do that before with the bands, and get a workout in outside. Okay, make sure you get some sunshine. Yes. So, and on this one, a lot of people want to round the wrist like this, or let the wrist curl down. So you really want to make sure that the wrists are staying straight and strong. Hey Jeff, what is going on? Good to see you from New Hampshire. Yeah, you guys let me know where you are. How is it going in New Hampshire? Definitely don't have that many people from New Hampshire coming in for the podcast. But sometimes, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where people are coming in from unless they tell me. But thanks so much for being here. So we did a chest, we did a back, we did a shoulder. Let's do a bicep. Instead of standing on the band and doing just your regular bicep curl like you would normally see, here's another option for bicep. So we've got the tubing around the pole. Here at the pool, I'm going to step back again. Palms are facing up, and then I'm going to do a curl. So see how my elbows are up? I hope you can see. I know the lighting isn't that great, but I didn't want to be in the sun. So this might be the best view. I don't know, but so my upper arms are kind of parallel to the floor. So I'm not keeping them down here like this and pulling. I'm keeping them up and then trying to do the curl. Okay, much more difficult. Joe, I'm glad you're going to be using the bands. And then resist on the way back out. So if I don't resist, then it's going to go like that. Like that, okay? So you want to control that resistance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Okay, and maybe I'll be able to get out here at some point and do a water workout. Yes. I'm wondering, I'd have to bring my other tripod and see if I could get it. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see somebody working out in the water, but water is a great way to work out, I'm telling you. Doing great. Fixing breakfast, grilled and caught wild salmon. Wow. Sourdough bread and fruits. Great. Oh my gosh, I bet that salmon is awesome, James. Sage, what's going on? Good to see you. We're out at the pool. We're using the tubing at the pool at the railing. You could also use, like I said, guys, a fence or anything. Or if you're inside and you have that door fob, you can use that. Sage, let me know how you're doing. So good to see you. Nobody using the pool this morning. I know. Not yet. It's kind of early, I guess, for some people. So, but it's great to see you, Sage. Thanks, guys, for coming in and leaving the comments. I appreciate it. Go back and check out the video from yesterday if you have shoulder issues. I was doing several rotator cuff exercises. And then if you have wrist issues, I was showing some different pieces of equipment that are, like tubing and one was a TheraBar, or I can't think of it, Flex Bar, that where you work the forearms and that will help the wrist. Coming from a stomach pain thing you're getting over. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. I hope that you are doing okay and not having any more digestive issues. I know that can be miserable, right? So, and James, I love salmon. I actually had some salmon last night. I try to eat it a couple times a week. Okay, so check it out now, guys. I'm doing a tricep pushback. So if you notice what I did, instead of you could push just like this, but you're going to get a better angle on the tricep if you can hip hinge forward. So you see that? I just went forward a little bit. Knees are slightly bent. And then I push back, bending at the elbow, and squeezing the back of the arm. Okay? Squeeze. Push. It's kind of getting hot now. I'm heating up just doing these exercises. I'm glad I'm out here now and not an hour later. Push. And you want to keep the wrist straight on this one too. Sometimes I see clients try to push with their fingers. So you want to keep your hands really around that handle and strong in the wrist. Okay, it's getting a little hard. I'm going to step up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. Yes. Woo. Yeah, so I would have to come out here. There's another area of the pool that stays shaded a little longer or later in the day. So we'll see which area I might be able to do some water aerobics in, but I feel like I need to get in the water just because it's so good on the joints, guys, and it really relieves any kind of like inflammation. I mean, that pressure of the water, that hydro pressure, can really help to flush out. Okay. Notice if you've ever been swimming, sometimes you have to go to the bathroom afterwards, so to urinate, right? So that is good. It's good on the joints too. So now let's go to the rotator cuff because I do want to do that one again. And now I can show you, yesterday I was showing you the external rotation. So I moved back down to the yellow band for this one. It's kind of good to have, I notice in my classes that if clients only have one band, it's okay, but sometimes we need a lighter band and then sometimes we need a heavier band. So if they have a heavy band only, then some of these exercises are too hard. So if you can, maybe think about getting, kind of a lighter one and then a heavier one. Because you're going to want a heavier one for the chest and the biceps and the back. But some of the shoulder exercises, especially like this one, you're going to want the lighter band. So this is external rotation. And then the one I didn't get to demonstrate yesterday because I didn't have the door fob or a place where I could attach the band to something is the internal rotation. So let me show you that one. So the internal rotation, you take the opposite arm and then you keep it in at the waist and you pull this way. So I've got to step away a little bit more because this one's easier to pull in. So most of the time people have more injuries with the muscles with the external rotation, but this one is still really important. Oops. I got a low battery notice. Let's see. I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good for a few more minutes. I only had it about 30-something% charged, so that's kind of a problem. If you're going live, make sure your phone is charged all the way. Okay, so here we go. Thanks for the comment. I will check in a second. So I feel like this is really dark. Can you guys even see me very well? Or see the band? Maybe it looks a little bit better in the picture on your end. So now I'm doing the internal rotation. Okay, so these are rotator cuff exercises. Real important and just, to add to your workout. I don't do them in every workout, and I don't throw them in every workout for every client, but we throw them in. It's something you want to do. Just like the exercises I was doing yesterday, if you go back and watch the replay, you're not going to sit there and do forearm exercises the whole workout, but throw them in every other workout or once a week or something, right? Okay, let's get a couple more. 1, 2. Get through that kind of fast. But I started feeling that, so that's kind of the inside. Oh, you can see. Hey, Jess, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. We're outside using the tubing today. I wanted to come out to the pool while it was under 90 degrees, but it's going to be heating up really fast. Really, really fast. So let me know how you're doing today. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, good to see you too. I'm glad. I always appreciate you coming in and watching the replays. Let me turn around this way, guys, so I can do these real quick. So again, this is the internal rotation. You can see I've got the elbow in at the waist, and now I'm pulling in to my stomach. This is just really important for basic rehab, guys, or avoiding shoulder problems. Sorry, not just rehab. I wonder if I can do them both at the same time. Here we go. I'm going to try doing both at the same time. Okay, knock them both out. Here we go. So now I've got both elbows in at the waist, and then I'm doing the internal with one arm and the external with the other arm. Then I can turn back around and face you and show you a couple more things. Boy, that water looks good. Too bad I got a couple clients coming up on Zoom, so I would feel like jumping in that. I'm going to see what the temperature's doing like in a second. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh my goodness. 2, 1. Oh, that one gets harder than it looks. Let me see how this water feels. Oh yeah. Oh, that feels good. It feels good. Sometimes in the summer, it gets to where it's like almost bath water, so that gets kind of weird. It's not as refreshing, but it still feels good. So try the water, guys, for exercise. And look, there's all kinds of stuff you can do for like water aerobics exercises. But even if you walk or jog, and it's so much less impact on your knees and your joints. So if you are like, jogging is impossible on land, right, because of the impact, try the water and just see what you think, because it really does make a big difference. Okay. All right, so let's go back to chest. And I have the different levels of tubing, but I'm going to stick with the medium right now. And I'm going to show you another chest that you can do. So this will be a chest fly. The first exercise I did was a chest press. And then this one, I'm going to step out. And now my palms are, oops, you know what? I'm going to grab the green. I don't want it quite as tight on my shoulder. So I'm going to go down in intensity. Okay, so we step forward, and now, yes, here we go. So see how my elbows are slightly bent, wrists are staying straight, palms are coming together. So how are things going for you, Jess? If you're still here, or anybody who is watching, please let me know either where you're coming in from and how your day is going. It's morning here in North Texas, about 8, maybe about 45 by now. I need to check the time. But yeah, so school has started back, I think today or yesterday in this area. Some schools started back this week, and I think some start next week. So then everybody will be back in school. Okay, or tight, and just again, you know, standing. You could stand like this, but again, you don't want to do any of this kind of stuff. So I find that just this staggered position, even with the feet, can keep a person's back straighter, or even a larger, you know, lunge stance. Okay, getting hard. 5, 3, 4, 3. Tubing's tougher than you think. 2 and 1. Oh. And the great thing about it is you can travel with it, guys. You can take it on the road. So easy to just roll up, put in your purse, put in your bag, stick it in a plastic bag, put it in your suitcase if you're traveling, and do some exercises. So I encourage you to do it and try it out. Okay, so, all right, so we've been on 23 minutes. Let's see if I can figure out the time. I may not be able to see the time now. Okay, so if anybody's here, let me know what time it is in your neck of the woods. I am Central Standard Time. Okay, now we're going to go to a back exercise, and on this one, I'm going to show you. Let's do a underhand row. Okay, I haven't done that one before, I don't think. So palms are down as I pull back, and then I'm going to rotate palms up. So that is the underhand row. It's going to work a little bit of bicep, and then I'm still going to pull my shoulder blades together. Let me show you what that one looks like. So we're here, and then pull. So see, if you can see how I am, palms are facing in. As I pull back, I do the rotation to the palms up. I'm going to step back because I want it a little bit tighter. Abs tight. Squeeze the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. 11. Four tight. 15. 5 more. I'm going to get 20 reps. 5. Woo, guys, I'm getting hot. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, I didn't think I'd get this hot out here so fast. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to prop you up with the books I have out here because I need to have a drink of water. Can't find my little mini tripod, so I don't know if I left it somewhere. I'll have to look later. Okay, so now let's do another shoulder real quick. I did this one yesterday, but this is kind of a rear delt. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it one side at a time. You have to do it that way. So step on. I get this one confused sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to step on it there. I'm going to hold the tubing, thumb up, hitchhiker. Okay, so from hip over the shoulder, thumb go like a bucket toss. I'm tossing over the shoulder. Okay, this is really great to strengthen. We all are always reaching. If you saw yesterday, I was talking about how, if you ever reach behind in the car seat to get something from the back seat with that arm, and then all of a sudden you feel something in your shoulder just from reaching back and picking up something as light as a shirt or a piece of paper, and then you're like, oh, my shoulder. So this kind of exercise, and you can even do, like I'm doing here, a little bit of a rotation. When I do that, it opens up the hip slightly. Okay, I'm pivoting on the toe. I've got the band. You got to keep the band anchored down though. You may want to keep the heel down, but if I pick up the heel, my tubing is still under the toe, and I can do a rotation. Okay, core rotation with that. Really feeling this back of the shoulder, rear deltoid. 5, 4, you can stay here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Don't underestimate this yellow band. It's really good to have all of them because, like I said, and they do stretch out. They do stretch out, so having that variety so you can move up, depending on how much you're using it. And some of these I used in group classes, right? When I was having like in-person classes. Now everybody has their own at home, which is better anyway, but I have a lot of bands from teaching 10 and 12 people at a time with the tubing, so that's why I have a variety. But just, again, they do stretch out after a while, and if you are using tubing, check it periodically to make sure there's no tears in it, like this one, and I'll show you in a second. This yellow one has some tears in it, and I just noticed it. I've been using this one on just for me though. I would never use one that is torn with a client because it could break, especially the yellow tubing because it's already so thin. Okay, I got a low battery notice, so we're down to 10%, guys. I'm probably not going to be on here much longer. Probably killed my sound, so give me a second. The rotation here. Put the heel. Oh. One more. All right, so we're at 10%. What color nails? Hey, Benita, what is going on? Hello. What is happening? Can you hear me? Because I'm on 10% battery. My nails, my nails are natural. They're hardly ever painted. Except my toenails sometimes, but I got to work on that because they're half painted and half not. Okay, so now somebody's smoking out here. How annoying. Okay, so we got just a couple more minutes because I do have to go in. I got 2 Zoom clients and my battery here is low, so hopefully you can still hear me. But Benita, I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for jumping on in. All right, so we've been on 30 minutes. Okay, so yeah, I'm surprised the batteries lasted that long. Let me show you another bicep exercise that you can do with the railing. So that's the main thing that I'm doing today, guys, is showing you how you can use like a railing as your pull, or a fence, gate, anything where you can playground, anywhere you can loop the band around. So let's turn around and do a bicep curl now. So now I'm going to be pulling, and you could anchor this low if you were able to anchor it low, a bicep curl. So see how this one is different? Look how far back the elbows are, and then I'm pulling in and just doing an arm curl, bending the elbow, keeping the abs tight. I hope you guys have a great day. It is Thursday here in Texas, in the U.S. and other parts of the world. And then I know on Haps we've got people joining in from everywhere, which is awesome. Here comes the sun. I told you I was trying to stay out of the sun, and that's why I was not on the other side of the pool. You might be able to see me a little bit better with the lighting though. Okay. And I think I'm going to have to go. I'll do a tricep, and that'll give me 2 exercises for every upper body major muscle group. So after this one, I'll do a tricep, and then I'm going to have to end because I've got to go inside and get ready for my clients inside. Woo! Okay, for 5. Oh, 4. Yikes. 3, 2. Ooh, yes, guys. That position, sometimes changing the angle at which you're working the muscle group makes all the difference, and it'll give you that variety. It kind of shocks the muscle. So if you're doing the same exercises all the time, think about switching it up. So let's get a tricep in. So we did this tricep using the pole. So why don't I do the overhead with the one arm? I'm going to use the green band. So this one, you are going to stand on the tubing, and then you can grab that handle. We're going to go overhead and then just press. Now, sometimes people are confused on this one. The band is going kind of behind the shoulder. You got to keep the elbow kind of up. You don't want it down here, and you don't want it way out there. So just kind of angled like it's all, not really going straight up. And then if you have long hair, pull it back, because this tubing is sliding. See how the tubing's sliding? It will grab onto the hair, and that does not feel good. Okay? I'm going to shorten the reps on this one just because I feel like if I've been on here 30 minutes, I may only have about 15 minutes for my clients. So I'm going to have to rush back in. When I'm on the phone, I can't see, for some reason I can't see my time when it's in landscape. But anyway, so here we are on the other side. And notice too how I'm standing. Knees are always slightly bent. When you lock the knees out, it leads you more to possibly going into this position with the back. That's why having the knees soft, slightly bent, and then the butt is kind of sticking out a little bit. So, we're not like this, okay? But we're just not locking out all the joints. That's the main thing, okay? 5, 4, resist as it comes down. 3, and really on this one thing I see people do, and I have to really remind people of, is the wrist. Hey, thanks for the award. Hey, Mel. So good to see you. Sometimes people bend the wrist, okay? So with that one, because they're trying to pull it up, so they do like that. And then that'll strain the wrist. So you got to keep the wrist straight. And really, every exercise you have to keep the wrist straight. Great to see y'all. Thanks so much. I'm sorry that I'm going to have to jump off in a second. I appreciate the high five. High five. Yes. So, guys, invest in some tubing. I know you've been seeing me talk about this forever. And here's another tubing. Oh, my gosh. There's ants everywhere. Okay, so let me show you the tear in the tubing to watch out for. All right, so these are the long tubings, and you've probably seen me. I'm trying to shake this off in case there's any ants. I didn't get a chance to use this tubing, but this is really good for lower body and upper body type exercises. And then what to do is, make sure you kind of look at your tubing to make sure it's not frayed or tearing. And then this is the one that I noticed once I got out here that had a rip in it. And I tied a knot in it, and I tried to cover up the biggest part of the rip. But see, you can see there, it's tearing. And there's even a little hole right there that is going to continue to get larger. I'll probably go ahead and dispose of this one or just use it myself and be real careful. But I wouldn't let a client use. So just look at your bands, especially. Yeah, see here, it's really, that hole is really big where I have the knot. So I tied the knot to help hopefully prevent it from popping and tearing and popping me in the face. But yeah, so, and then this is the door fob. I had it around the band already, but if you don't have a pole or a, something you can attach it to, like I was doing with the pull railing, this fits in the door. And I recommend you get one of these anyway. And if you haven't seen me use this inside with a door, I'll do that again in the future, so that you guys can see that. Okay. So thanks so much for being here. I do need to go ahead and say goodbye, but I hope you guys have an awesome day and get out there and get some exercise in today. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing to get moving, guys, and I will see you later. Take care.